Lots of you have been asking me lately how I've been styling my hair. It's a little bit longer than it has been in the last several months, and I've been styling it a little bit differently, so I thought that's what we would do today. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here, and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good stuff, you might want to sign up for my Sunday morning email newsletter. The link is in the description box down below. I send out a very short, very sweet email every Sunday morning, giving kind of a rundown of all the cool things I found throughout the week, whether it's good information or a great sale, something I'm loving, whatever I would tell you if we were out having lunch, like a couple of girlfriends, which we are. So if you want to join in the party, the link is in the description box down below. It's totally easy, it's totally fun, it's totally free. I think you're gonna love it. Today on the agenda, it's styling my hair, and let's just find out where we're at. Now, my hair is a little bit longer than it has been, gosh, maybe for the last year or so, and I'm kind of liking it. Today I have second day hair. In other words, I washed my hair a couple of days ago. I don't wash my hair generally more than once a week, sometimes twice a week if something has happened. What I will do, and I did it this morning, is I rinse my hair out, then I add a little bit of the Hydrate conditioner from Haielle because I get a little bit of product buildup, hairspray that I've used for the last couple of days. I'm not ready to wash it, but I want to kind of give that soft, shiny look back to it, so I'll use this. If you're wondering about the hair care products that I use a company called Haielle. I really do love them. My hair, as you can see by the roots, is bleached within an inch of its life, so I have to take pretty good care of it or it's just going to turn into a bird's nest. I really like these products. They help keep my hair soft and smooth and shiny when it should look like, I don't know, dried straw. I use the volume shampoo, which is right here, and also the volume conditioner. They have a regular conditioner too. I use that for a long time. This is a fairly new product. It does give me more body. And then to keep the yellow out of my hair, the second shampoo that I will do is the Malibu Blondes. This is a purple shampoo. It keeps my hair from turning yellow. I learned this, I don't know, a couple of years ago. Probably a lot of you learned this 3 decades ago. I was late to the game. This is very affordable. You can get it almost anywhere. You can order it off of Amazon. So I'll have links for all of these down below. So I have added a little bit of the Hydrate conditioner and I have dried my hair. The tool I'm going to be using today is a flat iron. This is a flat iron from a company called Duval. They sent this to me in PR probably 2 years ago or more, maybe closer to 3 years ago. I like it a lot. I don't know if it's any better than a lot of the good flat irons out there because I haven't tried a lot of them. I do like this one. One thing I can say is I have used inexpensive flat iron and then this flat iron, which is a little bit more expensive. I think you really need a good flat iron for this hairstyle. Whatever brand you use is great. I do like this one, so there you go. You can take that for what it's worth. So my hair is dry now, and what I'm going to do is the same thing that I do when I use my Revlon One Step, is I'm going to go ahead and section off my hair. So I'm going to put the very top up at the very top, and then a second layer. I'm going to tuck that into the back here, so then I just have this stuff hanging around on the bottom. The key to this hairstyle is turning the flat iron the right way. What I do is I go ahead and use a comb and I'll just section off pieces of my hair, and the first thing I'm going to do is kind of just flatten the tips. I don't want to go through and flatten that whole piece. It won't hold the final curl as well. So I'm just going to get those tips, and then I'm going to take that flat iron and go down the shaft a little bit of the hair and bend it, and you can see I'm bending it towards the back. Then I'm going to kind of straighten it out again, and towards those tips I'm just going to flip it up a little bit, and that movement is pretty much what I'm going to do all the way around this bottom section of my hair. Sometimes I'm better at it than others. It kind of just depends on the day. So I'm going to take that section, I'm going to flatten those tips out so they're nice and smooth. Going to bring that down a little ways on the length of the hair. I'm going to bend it, and then I'm going to come straight, and then just a little bit of a bend on the bottom of that hair. So I'm bending it back. bringing it out straight, and then just a small flip towards the end. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my mirror and check the back of my hair to make sure that there's not any spaces that don't have a little bend in it. I'm going to do one extra area right here. I'm just going to grab a piece of hair, bend it, and then pull it straight towards the end. Now I'm going to take the second layer down and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I'm going to take a small piece of that hair. I'm going to smooth out the tips, kind of bring that flat iron along the shaft of that hair and then bend it a little ways down, kind of flatten it out and just flip that up a little bit towards the end. I'm going to do that all the way around. Towards the crown of my head, I always like to bend a lift into that area because it just seems to work better with the shape of my face. Some younger influencers will just keep the top of their head flat. That doesn't seem to work for me. I don't know if it's age related or face shape related or what. So I'm bending that at the top of my head, at the crown. And then I'm going to pull that flip in at the very end. Smoothing out the ends, I'm going to pull that down the hair shaft, bending backwards, and then kind of flip that curling iron and a little bit of flip on the end of that hair section. So I'm just checking the back of my hair again, and I'm going to add a little bit more bend in a couple of areas. Now for the top of the hair, what I like to do with this particular style is I like to make sure that my part is not perfect. I think it looks a little better if it's a little messier, and I'm going to do the same process with this area of my hair, except towards my face, I'm going to leave it straighter down until past my eyes, and then I'm going to bend it because I want that smooth line around my face. So I'm going to take this first section right here, and this is not lining my face, so I'm going to just smooth those tips out right here, and then I'm going to bend that hair shaft, and getting towards the end, I'm going to turn it and kind of flip those ends. And you can see I can go back in and add a little bit more bend so that I have more movement in my hair. This section does line my face, so I want to make sure that I don't start the bend until it's down past where my eye is. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten out those ends right here. I'm going to bring that down, and once I'm past my eye area, I'm going to go ahead and bend that back and get a nice little gentle flip that's going to frame my face. I'm going to go ahead and twirl this piece and kind of get it out of the way so I can work with this top section right here. And I do like to work with thinner sections. It just seems to work better. So I'm going to go ahead and smooth out the tips of that hair shaft. And now I'm going to bring that flat iron along that hair, bending it back, and then just kind of giving it a little flip at the end. And you can see that that creates nice movement in that hair piece right there. This is one of the sections that's going to be framing my face, so I want to make sure that the bend starts a little bit lower. I'm going to go ahead and smooth out the bottom of that hair, and then I'm going to bring that flat iron down until it's past my eyes. Then I'm going to start bending it. Little bit of flip at the end, and you can see that gives me a nice line towards the top of my face. Last piece here. Again, I'm going to smooth out those ends. I'm going to come down past my eye area and start that bend, and then flip it out at the very end. Now the trick is that you want to let your hair dry for a little bit, so that it cools down. When you start styling it, the curl is not going to fall out. So I'm going to take about 3 minutes to let my hair cool down, and I'll be right back. Hair is cooled down, now it's time to style the do, and it's really easy to style. It's kind of like just sculpting. The first thing that I do is I always add a little bit of height to the top of my head. It just seems to work better for me that way with my face shape. I'm going to go ahead and use the Kenra 25 after I lightly backcomb it with my pick, and I'm going to hit underneath my hair and just let that dry for a few minutes. So I'm using a pick. This is an inexpensive pick. I got it in one of those, I don't know, packages that you can get like a gazillion combs in a pick for $4 at Walmart or something like that. It's not a fancy pick. So now I'm going to go over to the front of my hair and again just back comb a little bit, hit it with that Kenra 25, and then over on this side back comb a little bit. This is just to give me more volume on the top and the sides of my hair. And now it's just a matter of arranging the curls and how works best for you. And you can see that it just sort of falls into place pretty doggone naturally. I'm going to take that pick and just sort of smooth out that top area and pull some of these curls apart. And now I'm going to check the back and make sure that we have a nice look back here. And that's pretty much it. So you could go ahead and just shape it how you want it. Make sure that whatever is framing your face is exactly how you want it. Always turns out a little bit different every single time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and hit it really lightly with that Kenra. And there we have it. I'll go ahead and give you guys a full view. I hope you found this little hairstyling video fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. It means so much to me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.